Alright everyone, welcome to another Final Girl playthrough. This time, I have Gretel against the Organism at Camp Happy Trails. As always, I have already done all of the setup. We have our starting event is the girlfriend. The closest victim to us becomes our girlfriend, and then she will follow you into the killer's space. While she is in your space, roll an additional die for each horror roll, but if the girlfriend dies while in your space, horror increases by 5. And then we have the items. The item in the cabin is the trash can lid. It has 3 uses, and you can use it to decrease damage by 1. In the docks, we have the motorboat keys, very appropriate. That will spawn a boat that we can then use to traverse the map. And then in the utility shed, we have the pepper spray, which can end the killer's turn if they enter your space. Or while the killer's in your space, regardless of if they entered it that turn or not. Then we have, since we're playing against the Organism, we obviously have test kits at each search location as well. So with that, I'm just going to immediately get started. So we start at the dock, and I could just get the motorboat keys and try to save a bunch of people. I could also grab the girlfriend to get an additional die for all of my rolls, and that would also give me a test kit to start testing some of the victims. So I think I'm going to start by searching, actually. So I'm going to discard 3 cards to gain 3 time, and then I'm going to spend 4 time on 2 searches, 2 time on 1 sprint, and then another 2 time on close calls. So actually, I don't have to discard 3 cards, I only have to discard 2, because that would put me at 1 time left. That puts me at 9 cards in hand. We immediately draw a tarot card. Thick Skin. So this doesn't do anything on its own, but the next time Mutated Organism will come into play, it'll simply have 3 more health than normal. It will have no other special effects. Okay. So I'm going to begin by sprinting. First roll of the game, here we go. That is a success and a partial success. I don't think making it a triple would do anything for me. So, or being able to move 3 spaces would do anything, so I'm just going to sprint, moving into the lake, grabbing the girlfriend, coming back to the dock, which will give me +1 die to all my rolls. So next I will search to try to get those boat keys, among possibly other things. That is a double success, rolling great right off the bat. So that'll let me pick one of the top 2 items. So that'll be either the boat keys or the archery bow. I think I'm definitely taking the motorboat keys, and then I'm going to put the bow on the bottom and hope that I can find something better. And since I searched, I also get to take a test kit as well. So now I'm going to search again. Oh my god, that is another double success. Okay. So I get to see literally this entire item deck. So I get to look at the next two cards. That'll be a first aid kit, which lets me heal an additional health whenever I would heal. Or whenever I use an action card to heal. And then the whistle, which will let me have an additional victim follow me. Along with having all victims adjacent to me move into my space. So we're definitely taking the whistle. For sure. And then I'll leave the first aid kit on top. So we know that it's the archery bow and the first aid kit in there. Which I'm not particularly worried about. So with that, I'm going to discard a card to gain 1 time. I will spend 4 time on a Furious Strike and potentially immediately start testing a victim to see if they will become an organism or not. Oh yeah, I have the boat now. I completely forgot. So the boat is at the dock, and I can use this boat to move to any other space adjacent to the lake, and victims will follow me. So I can just go straight over to the cabins and search there later as well. But for now, new terror card. Hit and run. If there's no mutated organism in play, increase horror by 1 and discard a random action card from your hand. Okay. Sucks a little bit, but let's see what happens. A close call. A close call gets discarded. Okay. Oh yeah, these victims are supposed to be panicking this whole time. They should have panicked twice now, I believe. So the gray one should have panicked to the lake. The black one should have panicked into the cabin. The red one should have panicked over here. And then the gray one should have panicked nowhere. The black one should have panicked up here, and then the red one should have panicked back into the fire pit. Okay, so question is, do I want to try to save people, or do I want to test exposed victims immediately? I think I'm going to spend 2 time and move over to the cabins, and then discard 3 cards to increase time by 3, and then spend 3 time on a distraction, and then spend 4 time on 2 searches. And then we're going to start trying to search the cabins for something, for preferably a weapon of some kind. Can't save us, no one can. If there are no victims on the board, all victims in your space must panic twice. So that means the girlfriend is going to run away. That would be a 2. So... oh, she actually doesn't move. Nice. And then the other victim with us gets a 3. So they panic up here. But they panic twice, so the girlfriend will panic again, getting a 3 and also panicking up there. Then the other one will panic and get a 4. Which will put them right back with us. Okay. So now we're only rolling 2 dice, because the girlfriend left us, unfortunately. I'm just going to use a search. That is a success and a partial. I will be discarding 2 cards in an attempt to look at the top 2 cards of the cabin. So our options are the trash can lid and the flashlight. I'm going to take the trash can lid. And we will get another test kit for... we'll get another test kit for searching a space. And then I'm going to search again. Oh, actually, I will spend 1 time to use the whistle to move all victims adjacent to me into my space. So I'll move all these in here. Actually, I think I didn't panic the exposed victims again. Black victim would panic over here, so they would still come in here anyway. The gray meeple would panic into the dock, and the red meeple would panic over here. Okay. So anyway, we're going to search again, this time with the girlfriend in her space, so we'll get 3 dice. That is a success and a partial success. And I think, once again, just to look at all the stuff, I'm going to discard 2 cards to look at the last 2 items in this item deck. We have energy drink, and there it is, the axe. I'm definitely taking the axe, which means I will be unequipping the trash can lid for the time being. I'll just set that over there. Okay. And now, I'll leave the energy drink on top. I'm going to go ahead and immediately... no, not immediately. I'll go ahead and pass a turn with 3 time. I'll use 1 time to grab a close call and 2 time to grab a sprint. Cards back. A lot of searching this game, and a lot of successful searching at that. So I'll pull a card off the top, tarot card. What's that noise? Let's go and see. All victims move 1 space toward the closest enemy. Okay, so that does nothing. And then all exposed victims will panic. So black meeple gets a 3, so they will panic up here. Red meeple gets a 2, they will panic into the dock, and then the gray meeple gets a 1, so they will panic into the lake. Okay. So I'm going to use the whistle to spend 1 time to pull this exposed victim back into my space, and then I'm going to use a test kit on them to see if they are assimilated or safe. We get safe. Okay. So this black meeple is safe. I am now going to spend 2 time to move to everyone over here to the dock. And I'm going to use this other test kit to test this exposed victim as well. And we're just double safe. Cool. That is good and bad. I kind of wish... Huh. I mean, it's good. Huh. Okay. Alright. I'm now going to use a sprint. Roll some dice. And get a double success, I guess. Alright. So I'm gonna go 1, moving all 3 of these normal victims into this exit. And then lowering the horror level by 2, moving up to 2 spaces, and gaining 2 time. So that was 1 space, and then to finish my sprint I get to move 2 more spaces, so I'll go 1, 2, moving into the space with the exposed victim, and then I get to move up to 2 more spaces because of my victim saving ability, so I'll go 1, 2, moving everyone up here 1 space away from the lab, where I could just test the last victim and then use the axe to destroy them, and that'll use 1 more time. I'm going to discard 3 cards to gain 3 time. I'm going to spend 1 time on a close call, and then 6 time on a critical blow, and then get all of my 0 cost cards back. And we're just going to speedrun this game. I mean, let's go. Okay. Next terror card. How many turns are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're just now approaching the halfway point. Here we go. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Increase horror by 1. And grab a new event. So I guess that just means 2 people will appear in the lab since there was no place for the killer to start. Okay. New event is the boyfriend. The victim closest to you is now your boyfriend. If the boyfriend dies in your space, start the next action phase with 12 times. So this normal victim with us becomes the boyfriend. So I now have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. I have successfully acquired the bisexual polycule that I've always dreamed of. Fascinating. I can actually completely organically get the achievement for saving the boyfriend and the girlfriend in a single game. You know what? Just for the sake of getting it on camera, I'm going to go ahead and walk. Getting triple partial successes. That's not it. Oh wait, hang on. The exposed victim was all supposed to panic. They'd get a 2, which means they would actually panic back into this space, which is super annoying. So I'm going to lose 1 health, lose 2 time, and move 1 space. This is objectively bad and I should not do it, but just for the sake of getting an achievement on camera, I'm gonna save both the girlfriend and the boyfriend. Healing and getting the long rest. And then I've saved 5 victims. So I get my ultimate ability unlocked, which is you may convert a 2 to a success by discarding 3 action cards. Okay. And now... Oh wait, I actually should have spent 1 time to bring this exposed victim with me. Before I walked, you spend 1 time, have it come with me, then walk, and now I'll walk again, hopefully getting a double success, although that's significantly less likely, because now without the girlfriend I'm only rolling 2 dice, which is why saving the girlfriend was bad, but it's 1 success and a 2, and I can convert that 2 into a success by discarding 3 cards, and I think I actually will, so I'm going to discard 1, 2, 3 cards to convert this 2 into a success with my ultimate ability. So now I can move 2 spaces into the lab. And then I will test this last victim, which will be guaranteed to be assimilated. And they are going to be the fast boy. The bloodlust actually hasn't gone up literally at all yet. So the killer doesn't do anything when they show up. I'm immediately going to use a weak attack to try to deal some damage. That's a success, and that's all I need. I'm not going to make it a double. So I will take 1 damage from the weak attack, and then I'll do 3 damage to kill the thick skin. And then I'll use a critical blow, and if I get a double success here, I literally just kill it. Not likely, but possible. Oof, that's a partial and a miss. Actually, I'm okay with that, because even on a miss on the critical blow, it'll still deal 2 damage. I'll just take 2 damage and increase the horror by 1. So I'll increase horror by 1, take 2 damage, but deal 4 damage because I get 2 damage from the critical blow and 2 damage from the axe, bringing the killer down to 1 HP. And then I will end the turn spending 2 time on a guard, just in case they try to attack me specifically. So at the beginning of the killer phase, it's going to panic on a 6. So it's going to panic this way. Oops. And then we're going to draw a terror card. Maybe things are starting to go our way. Drop the top card of any item deck. So I'll just grab the energy drink, which is incredible. And then... Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and discard the energy drink to move into the space with the killer. And with 3 dice, I'm going to use a Furious Strike, and I just need 1 hit to kill them. That is a success. That will lower the horror level and deal the last damage. Let's see if they're dead. That is blank, so that is a speed run, I guess, of the Organism at Camp Happy Trails as Gretel, saving the girlfriend and the boyfriend and winning the game before the finale is flipped against the Organism. I mean, yeah, that went basically as well as it could have. Just got the whistle to move victims around, got the motorboat keys to get more movement across the map super quickly, got the axe for extra damage against the squishy mutated organisms, and then 2 of the exposed victims were safe right out the gate. Simply incredible. So, I mean, yeah, there's not much else to talk about. That was just a super quick and easy game. That's all there is to it. Thank you for watching, with 4 terror cards left still to go. Yeah. Thanks for watching.